What going on? This is the boy Sal, the trucker. Trucking as usual, you check. Today, we're going to be talking about Cypress Truck Lines and just some of the facts surrounding the company. I've been here for about 9 months now. Came from CRST. Stayed with CRST for about 2 months. Decided that the teaming wasn't for me to check. Yeah, I didn't have a bad experience with CRST, but the teaming, I didn't like that shit, so I left. Came to Cypress, right? You don't need any experience to join Cypress Truck Lines, but if you have less than 6 months trucking, you have to go out with a trainer for six weeks. And then the 7th week is like eval week, which, like, you know, you get the truck, they test you on pre-trip and just take care of administrative stuff. But the 6 weeks is still with the trainer. You only get paid $500 to $600 a week. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, that shit, that sucked. I had to keep focused, you know, telling myself, hey man, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just bite the bullet, take the L, make this little monies, because, you know, at the end of the light, at the end of the tunnel, that's when the money gonna come. So, you know, I did the seventh week, 7 weeks, and then got my own truck. One thing to take into consideration is the fact that you need to have, I think, 6 months experience to go OTR with Cypress. So at first, I think they're going to have you regional until you build experience to go OTR. And I mean, it's not. It's I would say I would rather do OTR than regional. When you're regional, you get paid 48 cents per mile full or loaded, and 40 cents per mile empty. OTR, you get paid 49 all miles. All right, so regional, honestly, it's nice being able to go home every weekend. You just have to work hard like a motherfucker for your money. Granted, it's not a very hard job at Cypress, man. I mean, we mostly haul sheetrock, you know, buckets. Sometimes you get steel. I haven't even used chains yet. You know, live loads and stuff. Honestly, it's work, but is it like extremely hard work? No, it's not. It's very doable. So the regional, you gotta bust your ass though. Regional, man, to get your miles, get your money. I got to OTR, started doing OTR when I got to my 6 months experience mark total. So that was what, like 4 months with Cypress, 49 all miles, and I mean, I average around $1,600 before taxes. You know, after taxes, it's usually $1,300 to $1,400 a week, and I get that shit like damn near every week. If I get anything less than $1,300 take home, it was a bad week, and it doesn't happen like that. It's very rare now. When I was regional, starting off. By the way, when you first start off with Cypress, they're not gonna feed you the miles. They're not gonna feed you work. You know, they wanna see how you work. They ain't gonna push you. They ain't gonna force it on you, man. You gotta show Cypress that you want the work, that you want the miles. And then after a while, when they see that they could trust you, then you're gonna start making the money. Then you're gonna start making the miles. So at first couple weeks, solo, I was taking home like $900 to $1,000 every week. You know, $1,200 a week gross. And that was me when I first started off solo. And I have a buddy, we started out at the same time, and right now, it was the same thing with him, the same thing with everyone else I know. And after a while, he stayed regional, but now he making about, 13 to 1400 gross average. So even though he going over every weekend, they feeding him the miles, they feeding him the walk. But OTR, man, I be fucking the shit up. 3,000, 3,300 miles, 3,500 miles. I be fucking it up. But you have to walk. And honestly, to tell you the truth, even though they would feed the guys who want the miles, they would feed them more. At the same time, they try their best to keep the playing field level. The reason for me saying that is because I noticed that even guys who don't run for fucking shit, they're still going to make money. They're still going to make a little. I mean, it seems to me like the minimum that Cypress want a trucker to make at the company is $900 take home. The reason I say that is because it has some lazy motherfuckers here, and that's around what they take home. And it seems to me that also they try to put a cap on the amount of money or the amount of miles that truckers can do. The reason for me saying that is because I know for a fucking fact, that I could do like 3,600 miles a goddamn week. But it seems every time that I'm about to like push it to the limit, they give me like loads that would not get me to that point, but would still take my clock, eat my clock, meaning loads that I don't know. We have some shippers where it's like way far from the highways, in the country. So obviously, if you're going on 45 mile per hour road, 55 for freaking 2 hours or whatever, you're wasting your time. You're getting your little 9 hours a day, because now run recaps 8.5 hours and 9 hours a day. You still get the hours, but you're not getting the miles. I notice every time that I'm about to exceed 3,300 miles, 3,400, 3,500 miles, they try to cap me. But honestly, to tell the truth, man, I say, like, I do gross $1,600 a goddamn week, man. I can show y'all stubs. I can show y'all stubs. Last week I took home 1530 or something like that, and that was this past Friday. The last one was like 1470. The last one was like 14 something. So I make the money. At the same time, you just have to know how to run. In general, Cypress is a good company to work for. Every company have their downfalls. I get pissed off sometimes. I live in Jacksonville, by the way. So, even though I live there, I stay my ass out as long as I can. I would recommend Cypress Truck Lines to newbies. Honestly, it is not a terrible company. It is a good company. Is it a great company? An awesome company? I don't know. I don't know if those exist. But coming from CRST to Cypress, I can tell you it is a good company. Alright? The facts about school, I obviously didn't go to school there, but I think they pay like $200 a week when you go through their school. When you sign a contract with them, by the way, it's not like most of these mega carriers where you sign a contract and instead of you making, 48 cents per mile, based on the people who didn't sign a contract and came with the CDL or whatever, they start charging like 40 and whatever until you pay the contract off. No, that's not the case. With Cypress, you sign a contract, you go to the school, you get your own truck, and boom, it started off 48 cents, 40 full, and 40 cents empty. Taking home $900 to $1,000 a week off rip, you know. But hey, if anyone have any questions for me, you know, I've been with the company for, as I say, you know, 9 or 10 months now. Actually, November 7th would be the year mark where I went to Colorado for CDL school with CRSD. So my 1 year mark is coming up like December 7th or some shit like that. I think it is. With Cypress, I've been with Cypress since February, you know. Hey, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask, you know. If y'all see the green, a green Peterbilt, that's me. You check Solid Trucker. Alright, peace.